Hey y'all, welcome to today's video. Dear hubby has requested something. He wants homemade pizza tonight. We've been outside, we've been working, we came in, we took showers, we rested, now it's supper time, and he requested a certain thing, and then he's like, I'm gonna go outside and work a little bit more while you make my goody, and then we'll come in, we'll eat supper, and he'll probably have to take another shower, and we'll rest again, and we're gonna watch a movie because y'all, tonight, it's pizza and a movie night. Okay, so y'all come along with me and I'll show you how I make another pizza or a homemade pizza using a different dough recipe. All right, so let's get started. Welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy and I'm the keeper of our home here at 4D Farms, where we're all about faith, family, home, and farm. Y'all come on in and see what we're all about, because we want our channel to encourage you and inspire you on your journey. If you see something that you like, please give it a thumbs up, hit that like button. That helps our channel grow and reach more people. If you want to subscribe, and if you think other people can benefit from our videos, please share them. Y'all, we hope to see you in each and every video, and most of all, thanks for watching. All right, y'all. Y'all may catch him in a minute going back across the yard. Oh, he's bush hogging. Okay, so yes, he requested homemade pizza tonight, but there's a kick. He said, do you remember how you used to make pizza when you first started learning how to make homemade pizza? And he said it was a different dough, and you put all these good herbs and spices and seasonings in it, and then you kicked it up a notch and you stuffed the crust with mozzarella cheese. I said, you know what? I remember that. He said, do it that way this time, because y'all, I got into a quicker dough, the 5-minute no knead bread dough, y'all, and I started taking off a hunk of that and turning it into homemade pizza. But he's like, I want you to go back to that crust and that pizza dough that you first started learning how to make pizza, and it's like a personal pan pizza crust. It's thick and bready. I was like, I got you, babe. So I dug out my recipe book, y'all, and I found the recipe again, and that's what I'm going to make for him tonight. So y'all grab a pen and a piece of paper, because I'm going to tell you what the recipe is. In case I forget to include it in the description box below, well, I'll let you go along with me, and you can write it down. Y'all, my belly's growling. We are hungry for this pizza. He's already excited. He knows what it's going to taste like, what it's going to be like. Now, I will make some disclaimers. I've got some prep work done, but I'll still go slow so y'all can write this down. You can, by all means, prepare this on a baking sheet, a pizza pan, round pizza pan, big cookie sheet, however you want to do it. You can make it round, you can make it square, you can use a cookie sheet, pizza pan, whatever. I'm going to be preparing mine on parchment paper, because I'm going to be taking my pizza peel and I'm going to be sliding it on my baking stone in the oven. But you can bake yours on whatever you want to, and prep it on that baking sheet or that round pizza pan, okay? That's how I used to do it when I first started out. I bought those little pizza pans from the Dollar General, y'all, and I would prepare my pizzas on top of that and bake them on that. But then I was like, can I have some pizza stones and a pizza peel? Sure. So that once I started making them on that, that's just how I've done it ever since. But by all means, you can prep them on those and bake on those at the same time. You only have to mess up one pan, all right? But I am going to be using my pizza stones and a piece of parchment paper. Okay, so let's get started. I have done some prep work. I have got mozzarella cheese cut up. Y'all, I took a 2-pound block of, you can do the string cheese, y'all, in the packages. You know, the little kid string cheese that's individually wrapped and stuff like that. It doesn't melt as good, okay? It just doesn't melt as good. It's made different. It doesn't melt as good. I took a 2-pound block of mozzarella cheese, y'all. We always keep cheese on hand. And I just cut it in strips. See, it's a already flimsy. That string cheese, the package is not this stringy, y'all, not this flexible. This is going to melt better inside the crust, and you'll see when after it's baked. Okay, I've got some onions chopped up, peppers chopped up. I've got some mushrooms. Y'all, I've got our mozzarella cheese that I took, we shredded. We always freeze our cheese from these 2-pound blocks, and I got out 2 bags of that. I've got my homemade pasta sauce here we're going to use. I've got our seasonings already over here. I've browned up some sausage from a pig that a local farmer harvested, and we bought a pig from him, and they made sausage. I've got that browned up, and I've got some pepperoni, which I'm just going to kind of get me that a little slice here because y'all, my stomach's growling. Okay, let me make room. Let me swallow. We're going to get going here. I'm going to turn y'all around and let y'all see how I'm going to dump this in here. Y'all, there's no rising time on this. You take all these pizza dough ingredients. I'm using my mixer by all means. If you want to do this by hand and you don't have a mixer, feel froggy. I'm not doing it by hand. I'm using my trusty mixer, okay? We're going to dump all these in here. This is not one of those where you've got to separate your liquids from your dry ingredients. No, you dump it all in this bowl and you roll with it, all right? So I'm going to turn y'all around. All right, y'all, let's get these going. First, you're going to have 2.5 cups of flour. Now, y'all, you can use all-purpose flour, you can use wheat, you can use whatever you want to use, okay? I'm using unbleached all-purpose flour. Sometimes I will use freshly milled wheat. Sometimes I will use the grocery store all-purpose flour, y'all. Whatever you want to use. I have done half and half before. I've done half all-purpose, half whole wheat. I've done thirds. I've done all-purpose flour, wheat, and oats. Just different versions, spicing it up a little bit. All right. Then we're going to take 1 tablespoon yeast. You don't have to separate these, y'all. 1 tablespoon yeast, just like that. Okay. Always check your yeast periodically, y'all, to make sure it is good. Okay, but this is not going to rise, so it's just going to make that yeasty taste of the bread. Okay, now 1 teaspoon salt. I knew I was going to have them again. Let's find our teaspoon. Y'all be writing this down. I'm using pink Himalayan. Y'all can use sea salt, pink Himalayan, Redmond's real salt. You can use table salt, whatever, okay? It's the first thing I grabbed out of the pantry, so I got pink Himalayan salt. Okay, now, honey, you're going to need 1 tablespoon honey, or, y'all, you can use any other kind of sweetener that you want. I know how to eyeball a tablespoon of honey, so we're going to slip that in there. That's about a tablespoon, all right? I know how to eyeball it, y'all. I've made this forever, okay? Then you're going to need 1 cup warm water. And then 4 tablespoons oil, or 1/4 cup, if you know. I just had all this prepared. All right, now we are just combine this all together. Oh, and you're going to need seasonings of your choice. I put Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, and y'all, to kick this up, I've probably got like 2 tablespoons of each. We want it seasoned good. So as this is mixing, I'm going to put, okay, as this is mixing, I am going to put these seasonings in here. And it's going to incorporate in with that dough, and I don't have to do this by hand. Too high. We are going to let this keep incorporating until this forms the dough ball. All right, we're getting a dough ball. Seasonings are incorporated into the dough. I didn't have to use all these seasonings. I just eyeballed it. All right, we're getting a dough ball. Okay, that is all of the recipe. This is coming together in a ball. I'm going to take this off, get the dough off the hook. There we go. It's not sticky. All the seasonings are incorporated. Chunk things in my sink because we're going to clean as we go. All right, this is all I need. I'll turn y'all around and we'll get this assembled. All right, let's get this prepped on the parchment paper. I'm going to flour the surface so it don't stick. Y'all see this dough roller? This thing is 40-something years old. Okay, let's get our dough ball out of here and onto the parchment paper and the flour. I got just a little on the bottom. There's no resting time, no rising time. This is pizza dough, so you don't have to go through all that fuss, okay? This is just gonna come together quick. Oven is preheating to 400 degrees, so go ahead and get your oven preheating, because by the time we get done assembling this pizza and getting this thing all jazzed up, the oven will be preheated. Okay, I'm not trying to knead it. I'm just trying to go ahead and form it in a circle, so when I start rolling this out, it doesn't get all misshaped for me. All right, so that's all. Now I'm just going to spread it out to like a 1 or something like that, however thin or thick you want your crust. All right? And I'm going to rotate as I go so I can try to keep that circle. I'm going to try to make this a big one, so I smell those seasonings. I told dear hubby I've been thinking about this pizza all day. He said, me too. Alright, it's not going to be perfectly round, y'all. If you want to make it perfectly round, then shape it as you go. But I'm going to get it as close as I can get it. And I'm going to try to get it as big as I can get it because we're fixing to stuff the crust. So I'm going to have a lip over here. So I'm going to try to get this as far out to the edges as I can. It's not going to be hanging off because I'm going to fold those over. All right, there we go. Now, to stuff your crust, you want to do this before you put your sauce on there. You're just going to bring that lip over, roll your cheese into that lip, okay, and stretch it as you go. Y'all, that's a big hunk of cheese right there. Join the other one and go around the outside edge of your pizza. And just fold it over itself, just like that. Because, y'all, I don't like to waste crusts of pizzas. I even like the crusts, and especially if they're stuffed crust. You can take your crust and dip it in some marinara sauce, and it doesn't get wasted. All right, oh, I got to join this one to here. Butt your ends of your cheese sticks or your block cheese together. And it's easier to form it in a circle because, y'all, this cheese is better bendable instead of those little cheese sticks in the packages. They do bend, but they don't bend as well as these. And I had them at room temperature, so that way they were more easily bendable. We're just going to go around this whole pizza. I think I've cut enough. If I see I need some more, all I got to do is just cut off another strip and just go with the flow. There we go. Stretch as you go and fold it over the sides. We're going to go all the way around. Let me finish this little strip right here and then we'll finish assembling it. Alright, I got that all finished. Now I'm just going to kind of make sure it's going in a circle. Everything's folded over. Everything's buttoned up against each other. Alright, there we go. Oh, y'all, that's going to make a good big pizza. Alright, now let's start assembling. Use a pasta sauce of your choice. I'm just using our home canned pasta sauce. Alright. I'm just going to layer it on there. I don't like a dry pizza. I like it to have a good amount of sauce on it. I don't want it to splash all over me either, okay? So put your sauce on. Smells good. And I'm also going to put some of this in a bowl so we can dip our stuffed crust into some sauce if we want to. So I'm going to save some. I never use a whole jar, y'all. We can use that for the next pizza or breadsticks or whatever. All right. There we go. Now I like to put a layer of cheese down first. I like cheese on here, and then I'll put cheese under the meat. I'm just cheesy like that, y'all. So we're going to put some cheese on. And this is probably like 2 cups because when we cut up our cheese and we freeze it, we will package them into 1 cup portions and put them in Ziploc bags and freeze them. If I see I need more cheese, I'll get some more. Alright, but we're going to do this one first. Get those little tidbits in there. Alright, so there's the cheese. Alright, now I'm just going to start adding the vegetables. So let's mix up our peppers because I don't want all red, all orange. I want to mix them up. We're just going to start putting the peppers on there. You can layer your pizza however you want to. You can we'll save the vegetables and put them on top or whatever. I think I'm actually going to put some pepperoni on next because the pepperoni, if I put it on the top, it winds up getting dried out kind of. So we will put the pepperoni on next and then put some more vegetables and then put the sausage and stuff. You layer yours however you want to layer it. Oh, I think I missed a spot right there. Oh, I missed the bunch right there. Okay, fill in all your spots. You want a piece of pepper in every bite. Okay, now we're going to do the pepperoni so that way it doesn't get dried out. And I like a lot of pepperoni, y'all. I will fill this pizza up because I don't like not having a piece of pepperoni in every bite. So we're going to load this baby up with pepperoni. Let me finish getting the pepperoni on here, then we'll get to the next vegetable. Alright, how's that look? We got all the pepperoni on there, and I've ate a few slices, and it's all good. Now we're going to take some of this pan has been cooled off, y'all. It's not hot anymore. We are going to start putting some of the sausage on. I'm going to reserve some. My hands are clean. I'm going to reserve some because dear hubby's going to make us some breakfast in the morning. So I'm going to save some. We don't need all of it on this pizza. We take turns cooking. Alright, so that's about, I'll do just a little bit more. Make sure it's all even. Okay, need some right there, right there, right there. Okay, we're going to save the rest for breakfast. I'm going to go ahead and set it back on the stove. Get it out of my way. Okay, now we're going to go in with some mushrooms. These are some mushrooms, y'all, that we bought from the store when they were on sale. And we just brought them home, packaged them, put them in the freezer, and they come in handy for things like this. I'm going to put them all over the pizza. Mushrooms, after they've been froze and thawed out, they don't hold their color like they do when they're fresh, but that's okay. They still eat the same. So we're going to decorate this with some mushrooms. I washed them off a little bit. Alright, so we got that. I skipped a spot. Let's see. We'll just use up all the rest of these. Make sure you get a little bit of mushroom in every bite too. Alright, that'll be good right there. Oh, skip the spot. That little mushroom right there will go in that little spot right there. Alright, That looks good. Now we're going to get some onions and just go on the top with some onions. You cut yours however you want them. If you want them big, diced, or if you want the strips. I'm going to put some onions on top. Alright, so we're going to fill in that. Okay. A little onion in every bite. Okay. Okay, y'all. I forgot our capers. We like capers on our pizza. So we are going to spread them on. Whoa. If you haven't had these little babies, you need to try you some. They are awesome on pizzas. And I want one of them in every bite. It's so colorful, y'all, I can't see where I'm putting everything. But we're going to try to get some of these in every bite, too. My oven is preheated. It just went off a while ago. So, I know it's ready to just put this pizza in the oven. Alright, now, on the top, we're going to go with another layer of cheese. Y'all can mix and match your meats and your vegetables. We were out of the little peppercorns or the little banana peppers. I would have put some of them on here. But we were out of them, so that's okay. Alright, this, and then we got one last little thing to do. So let's get cheese. I like cheese on the sauce, and then I like cheese on the top. I think that's good and spread. Okay. Now, I've got some oil in this little cup right here, and I've got a basting brush, and I am going to baste the outer edges of this crust with some olive oil. Okay, so that way it will crisp up and bake up, and this will be like a little breadstick on the edge of your pizza. Okay, so baste the edge with the oil. I may have to get some more oil. And you are going to bake this. It says 22 to 23 minutes, but after that 22 to 23 minutes, I've always just had to open up the door and eyeball it, y'all, and just see if I needed to add more time or if I didn't. So the recommended time is 22 to 23 minutes, but sometimes, like I said, I have to go and just eyeball it after that, or until I like the looks of the crust and the pizza itself. Okay, so I'm going to get my pizza peel. I'm going to slide this on my pizza peel very carefully. And we are going to take it right over here and put this in our oven. Ooh, y'all, this thing is heavy. Y'all see that? We're going to slide this right in the oven. Perfect. I'm going to set my timer. I have to start all over. I hit the wrong button. Okay, now we're going to do our timer for 23 minutes. Okay, hold on. All right, now timer. It's such a sensitive little button. 23 minutes. We got the timer set. I kept forgetting which button to mash. So we're going to let that go at least for 23 minutes. I'm going to check it. If I think it needs a few more minutes, I'll add a few more minutes, okay? Y'all, it has finished. It's done its 23 minutes. I'm going to check it. I'm going to check the bottom of it, and let's see if we need to go any more minutes. Look at that cheese, y'all. Look at that crust, how it puffed up and got golden brown. I'm going to check the bottom now, okay? I just checked it and I lifted it up on the bottom a little bit to see. I'm going to go about 4 more minutes just to be on the safe side, y'all. Everybody's ovens is different. That's the reason why I'm telling you, don't get scared anytime you're cooking and you're like, I followed the recipe to a T. It still didn't turn out right. Y'all, a lot of things can go into factor. You may be in a different climate. Your oven may be different. You may have an electric oven. Somebody's got a gas oven. Y'all, this is why I say don't get frustrated. Just check as you go. Go the recommended minutes. And then check then as you go. I'm going to do about 4 more minutes, okay? And then we will get this baby out of the oven. If I can wait that long, oh my gosh. I've wasted a minute, so we just got 3 more to go. So I'll be right back. It's time. Let's get it out. Oh, that smells so good. Grab the paper, lift up, scoop it on, and grab it. Oh, y'all, that looks so good. So good, y'all. All right, we are going to get this cut up. My fan is on, my paper's blowing. Hubby's gonna taste test this here in just a minute. Look at that slice. Oh, it's pulling apart very good. Crunchy, crusty. Can y'all see that? Oh yeah. Tearing apart very good. Not tearing, but it's coming apart really good. Oh yeah, that's cutting really good. Let's go around this side. I gotta play ring around the island. All right. Y'all, this is one of the easiest crusts, and this is one of his favorite. I'm gonna plate some of these up, grab us some extra sauce so we can dip that crust in. I don't think we got any Parmesan cheese, but that's okay. We're not gonna need it. I'm gonna get him a good sized piece. I'm gonna get him 2 good sized pieces. Oh, y'all, look at that. I'm gonna get me a piece. Whoop. Look at that cheese and that crust. See that? See that crust? Let me see if I can let you gander at the bottom of it. See the crust on the bottom? Oh, y'all, that's good. I'm gonna serve us up some sauce so we can dip our crusts in it. I'm gonna let dear hubby do a taste test. And we're gonna sit down and enjoy our supper. So y'all just hold tight. Now, doesn't that look good plated up? Look at that. Get y'all down here a little closer where y'all can see it. Look at that cheese melted in that crust. Look at that. Build your own pizza night. Pizza and a movie night. Okay, you gonna taste test for me? He likes using a fork if it's hot. Is it like the ones I've always made before? Mm-hmm. Is it good? Mm-hmm. Better?
It's good, dear.
Okay. Y'all go build your own pizza and play with your food. We'll see you in the next video.